Hello, my dear follower, empath, highly sensitive person who want to heal and thrive after narcissistic abuse experiences, especially if this has been going on since you were a child. So I have some guidance today for you again. So what I am getting here today right now is that, relationships are spiritual assignments and they always teach us something. So if somebody is challenging you in any way, you might want to take a step back emotionally and maybe even physically, to be detaching yourself from that person who is being harmful to you, because you need to protect your energy and your peace and your mental health, your physical health. So it is important to, have your own back in that situation, because otherwise it can be so painful. So you always, first and foremost, you have to remember that you don't deserve that harmful treatment, whatever it is. And usually it is some sort of manipulation, brainwashing, gaslighting with a narcissistic person. And usually toxic people are narcissistic, who attack us in any way, especially if you relate to being a God's chosen one, which means basically that we are always being attacked. So we have to have protection and peace of mind, take care of ourselves, because nobody can do that for us. And so I just want to share this right now to help you with this. Your entire being, your sensitive nervous system is already suffering a lot, and you might feel a sense of the old trauma, coming up very naturally, even though you might think that you have healed. But also remember that it's natural if it seems to you like this old trauma is popping up, because you are a human being. We have emotions, so there's nothing unnatural about that. So you just have to allow yourself, to feel everything. Like I always say, we have to allow ourselves to be who we are and feel what we feel, no matter what somebody else thinks or says. But instead of keeping yourself suffering, because this can happen easily when you are a trauma survivor, a trauma victim, if you still have PTSD left in your system, because trauma is carried within the body. So if this is the case, then the more you can just stay calm and remind yourself, that once again, it's not your problem that this happens. You haven't done anything wrong. So do whatever you need to do to just protect yourself and be on your own side. I know that the situation can be a shock. I've been there too many times in my life when it's been a total shock, and I've been so afraid and scared and alone. But the more you practice this, as a mindset daily, that you remind yourself that next time this might happen, you are prepared, in a sense that you have a tactic within you, that you know how to react and what to do about it. So the sooner that you bring yourself back to your peace, your own personal peace and personal space and personal power, and you don't let this toxic person take away your energy or your power or your health, anything, because those are your most important assets. Your personal power altogether, your health are your most important assets. So you cannot give those away. So the sooner you can do this and, be rational about it instead of emotional, You are supporting yourself fully and truly, honestly and authentically, with love, because you need that. You need to be merciful and compassionate towards yourself when you are healing, when you are dealing with this kind of people who just want to destroy you and bring you down and put you down and hurt you and harass you and abuse you and neglect you and, you know, use you in every way. So it's never a way to treat anybody. And you know that. I know that you know that, because you're here watching this video, so you know what I'm talking about. And so protect yourself. So the sooner you can face yourself authentically, fully and truly, with all your emotions, you will notice your calmness come through, your peace. You will notice that your nervous system is calming down, because you have to be calming down your nervous system as soon as possible, because otherwise it will cause you more of that pain, and your trauma is not healing if your nervous system is, you know, just running high. So it's not healthy, and it can cause, you know, many diseases in the long run. And usually narcissistic abuse causes a lot of serious illnesses, especially to a sensitive person. And it's rational. Overstimulation is not healthy or good in any way for a sensitive empath, highly sensitive person, because we need peace. We need joy, we need love, we thrive from those energies, because that is what we are within. And it makes us feel uneasy and exhausted and tired and just not good if our nervous systems are overstimulated all the time, to be stressed out all the time, you know, to not have enough of that rest and rejuvenation and, you know, taking care of your peace and health. So let alone to deal with emotional abuse experiences. But as soon as you can remind yourself to see and feel and notice and sense the lesson behind this. So maybe it is another lesson for you to take more care of yourself. Usually it is about that. If we encounter challenges and lessons, they are calls to be rising up. They are not calls to be failed, broken, miserable, unhappy, unhealthy, abused. No, they are not about that, because the universe loves us so much. So we only encounter lessons which we have to learn from. Lessons are meant to be learned and embraced. Like, you have to learn who you are and you have to embrace yourself. So in a similar effect, and even more so if people have not been kind to you, compassionate, understanding, when you have been going through this and seeking help and support from others, hoping, wishing, praying that somebody would hear you out and support you authentically and lovingly and honestly, and, you know, somebody would just understand and see your situation without you having to explain it. I know what that feels like, because I've been there so many times, and it is so painful, and it feels so desperate, like you have no hope, like you have no tomorrow. But yeah, if you're experiencing this, even more so, you have to be on your own side. And once again, a kind reminder that if you need help and support, do not hesitate to reach out. I'm sure that I can help you, at least in some way. But of course, if you're interested in working with me long term, then my coaching programs are available for 3, 6, and 9 months. And I do offer my free consultation call for 30 minutes so that we can chat first and see if we can work together or not. So if you're curious to know about it, don't hesitate to reach out and book my free call or send me an email. All the information is always below of my each YouTube video, and you can also reach out to me on Instagram, for example, which is basically the easiest way if you send me a message there, and we can continue from there. So